Hey guys, welcome back to We Watch Movie. I'm Mike, he's Jay, and we're going to start doing Game of Thrones reviews. This is Season 4, Episode 1, after the Red Wedding, after all the shit went cray-cray like it always does in the show. People die, people get fucked, people get bisexual, people get weird, lots of shit happens, it's hard to follow, there's lots of storylines, but we're going to do our best.
They had that Red Wedding, they probably had that shit in Compton. You know, it was a drive-by fuck.
Yeah, so in this one it starts off and there's all sorts of crazy shit going on. I mean, everything's up in the air, no one knows what's going to happen, everybody's separated, the Starks are fucked, they're pretty much dead except for Arya, and she's got the Hound by her side and they're doing shit.
And Sansa's all depressed and shit, she's praying, and she's married to, I think the coolest character in the show, Peter Dinklage's character.
He's fucking awesome. I love that guy.
Tyrion Lannister, they always pay their debts. He's trying to comfort her and shit, and she doesn't want anything to do with him. He's like, look, sis, I just want to help you. She's like, I want to go into the garden and the temple and pray because nobody talks about it. I'm like, fuck you, bitch. Do you understand what I'm doing?
He gets fun. Everybody hates him, no matter where he goes. Everybody but the fans. He's a fans guy.
Yeah.
He's the hero we deserve, not the one we deserve. That was wrong, but I'll get it right next time.
Shut up, Gary Oldman.
All right. So we started off in this one, and like they took Ned Stark's sword, and they you know, it was a symbolic thing. They turned it into 2 Lannister weapons, and that's kind of basically like the running theme of this show is the Starks are fucked, the Starks are fucked, the Starks are fucked, and they are favorites, right? I mean, that's who I've always rooted for.
So you're saying
Sean Bean got fucked. Well, I'm still pissed about that.
How many more times can we fit the fuck?
That's really upsetting.
They're focusing on little stories at a time. They're all giving you too much of one story at a time, though, which is cool. I mean, most people want to... I kind of want to see where Jon Snow is going to... They only show a little bit of that. He goes in and convinces the council, like, you know, this is happening, Mance radar, and they're all going to fucking attack the wall. And they're like, yo, crazy. And he's like, no, I'm not. You're stupid. And they're like, we're going to ban you. He's like, no, you're not. And like,
yeah. Oh, we're going to cut your head off. No, you're fucking not.
It's like, okay, my name is Jon Snow, and I'm a bastard. Arya Stark and the Hound, and they show what's going on there, and you know, the aftermath of them dealing with her family dying, and you can actually start seeing the Hound a begrudging respect for the girl because he just uses her. You know, she's a meal ticket. He wants to ransom her off and get money for her. But when she kills that dude, he's like, okay, now you get your own horse, and I'm gonna eat this chicken.
I love their relationship together. Their relationship is awesome. He's just like this big, mean, like puppy dog. I don't know, like you can see it's like I don't know what it is. It's like the dude with the scar.
You shut your cunt mouth.
But it's just the way they react together is awesome, and I love what they're doing with her character. She's becoming a little badass. Like she's been through shit, and I kind of just hope we haven't read the books. You haven't read all of them. You read some. I haven't read any of the books. I'm kind of hoping that she just like fucks everybody up and just like comes back for her entire family, for Ned and everybody. Do it for Ned, but it comes back and just fucking goes crazy on all the Lannisters and everybody. But you got that guy Oberyn, who shows up for the first time. You don't know who the hell he is. He's doing weird shit in the cabin or in the room or whatever. And he comes out, but he's still a badass character. I mean, what he does, he comes out and those dudes are talking shit to him, saying you're not fit for a pig or whatever it was they said. Stabs that dude in the hand, starts twisting it, and you're like, I like that actor. He's pretty good. I like what he was doing there. But then they throw in this whole weird storyline that they never mentioned before. It's like, oh, by the way, my sister was a Targaryen, and that she got fucked, and they killed all these kids, and they did all this weird shit. A lot of stuff that you never heard anything about before, and then they kind of just dropped the mic and left it there, and you didn't see that character again. But still, even though Tyrion was sitting in to kind of smooth things over with him, you can tell that's going to be a hard task. It was really cool. I like that character. I'm glad he's into it, even though he's inserted amongst them.
Well, they gave him a little small part. I mean, they're you know, they're waiting on, they're going to make him more expansive. I mean, they wanted to introduce him, get you kind of used to what he is, where he's about, and what he's there for. I mean, you know, obviously the guy was meant to. He's the younger brother of the guy that was originally supposed to show up to the king's wedding, and that's like an insult to them. Like they sent this guy, and he's also the Red Viper, is known as the Red Viper, like an infamous lethal knight. So that was kind of a slap in their whole face, like the Lannisters, and that pisses them off. They also showed a little bit of Daenerys Targaryen, which pretty badass. She's got those dragons now, and she's fucking like she's ready to go.
Dragons are getting bigger. Shit's getting cooler looking.
Dude, I loved it. I loved how she's like got a really like you could really see it in season 3, but now she's really taking that commanding role. I like that a lot better. And she's you know she's gonna start some shit with that city.
I love her, dude. She ate a fucking horse heart.
I know. You got to be down for it.
No big deal. I mean, she got taken over by a giant Viking who pretty much raped her in his tent, and she was like, you know what, fuck it, I think you're awesome. I don't even give a shit. I'm going to take this shit. I'm going to own my destiny, and that's what she did.
Speaking of characters that I like, I love her. She's a great character, but speaking of characters that everybody hates, but I love, I think Joffrey's badass. I don't care. I know everybody hates him, and I know why they hate him, but he's such a great actor, but he's like one of those fucking kids that were you in high school or like middle school, he was with that punk ass bitch that was always good in basketball. It was like, you think your shot's better than mine? It's like yeah, it's like, you're full of shit. And then you would like try to beat his ass, like, tell me, Tommy. And then like big ass fucking bullies beat you up, and then he'd be like laughing about like he did something. But it's just, he could say all the greatest lines, and like, he's just such a, he's just like a polarizing character to me. Him and Peter Dinklage are the two of the guys that, like, to me, glue that fucking show. I mean, every time you watch Joffrey, you want something bad to happen to him. You want to see him on screen because you want him to get his ass kicked or something.
Oh, dude, his death is going to be gnarly when it finally happens.
But it's
they're
like
going to shove hot pokers through his eyes.
You know what's funny about him, dude? I think he reminds me of Veronica Salt in Willy Wonka and the chocolate. The schnozberries, it's like schnozberries. And then of course you talk about Jaime Lannister comes back and they're showing him, his hands cut off and they give him a medal.
That was funny. That was a good scene. And I like Jaime Lannister now. I mean, you hated him at the beginning because he was smart. He's still a shitty guy. He comes back. He wants to get that incest back on. Wants to get on that sister shit.
He wants to thrill her like Michael and kiss her like Prince. And she says, no way.
She's like, I'm not taking that shit. You took too long and now I'm not into my own brother. But no, and she's, I mean, I'm not, she was my own sister. But no, what I'm saying is
do the Ric Flair.
In the olden times, people ate honeycombs. But what happens is he comes back, and I like what they're doing with his character, because he was such a badass. He was like this unstoppable force or whatever. But now he's got one arm, but he's like, I'm going to make that shit work. I don't care. And then you got the weirdness between him and Joffrey. Like you mentioned, he's Joffrey.
That's his illegitimate son, yeah. He's like,
like
you're my dad's cousin.
And he's such a shit, dude. I fucking hate him. But I know you love to hate him. Like, he's flipping through that book, it's like, your name's not in here much. And he's like, God damn it, I just want to fucking stab you in the neck.
You don't even want to take his RoboCop hand out and slap him. He started to become part man, part machine. But he came back and Cersei's being a bitch now. And she's like, well, you were gone forever, and now this sister vagina is mine.
It's typical woman. It's like, bitch, do you know what I did to get back here?
He's like, I just gave up Castor Leroy, alright? I can't even be a king now because I want to fuck my sister. You can't throw me a bone? She's like, no. He's like, fuck, I gotta fucking, this is my jack-off hand, and it's a metal hand. What am I to do?
Everybody's basically fuck. I mean, that's the running thing of this show. Even Tyrion, like, he doesn't even want to have sex with his hooker. He's fucked up in the head.
But you know what,
Jaime Lannister bastard doesn't want to fuck.
I think Jaime Lannister is going to be set up as the hero that comes out of nowhere. Like the hero of the show, because he seems like that guy, like the reluctant hero.
Yeah.
And he doesn't want to be the guy. He doesn't want to say Sansa. He doesn't want to take her back to the other Starks because he's like, oh, she's dead. And do you think that she's gonna? Because he was talking to Brienne, I think, or Brienne, I don't know, the big bitch. And he was talking to her, and he was like, oh, I don't know.
That's a huge bitch.
She is big. But he was talking to her. He's like, don't you think she'd be safer here at King's Landing? She said, do you really believe that? You made a vow. And he was like, so. But I think he will eventually sacrifice everything for her.
And did you see King Joffrey's statue?
Awesome. I want a statue like that.
His new wife's hot though. I was kind of back in the other season when they were like, she was like, I want to be a queen. He's like, I can't do it. I'm like, you know you want to, and then it's finally like, okay, I'll do it. She's fucking hot as shit. But you don't know what's gonna happen with that. I mean, she's got some up her sleeve, obviously, but they don't touch on that too much in this one. But yeah, you see his stupid ass statue for like 20 minutes. Only he would have a statue like that. But yeah, so and then of course, I mean, we already talked about it a little bit, but the end of the whole thing.
Yeah.
That was fucking awesome.
Oh, I know.
To see Arya, after all the bullshit she's been through, get a revenge on that douchebag and just stick that. Oh god, they always have the nastiest scenes. Like she sticks it in so slow. That she puts the sword in.
She said enough.
So slow, dude.
I know people
she's
like, that's what she said.
Clean my teeth with it, or whatever the fuck. What was the line?
I pick my teeth.
Yeah, pick my teeth with it. That was awesome. And the way it ended was badass. Not a whole lot of action in this. The only thing that pisses me off, the only thing I'll go against it, because the story was awesome. And like I said, I like what they did with her. The only thing I don't like is there's nothing about the walkers. It's just like they never happened. I was like, well, you wanted that.
I think they want to save that up. They want to like make you watch the next episode for real. I think this episode's going to be really. This episode sets it up, and it really was one of those like jumping off points. It's I think that this season is going to be really good. I don't know if it's going to be as dramatic and dynamic as the third season was, but it will definitely be a memorable night in the garden. I mean, you're gonna fucking. The thing is though, I was gonna say when you mentioned like all the blood and the nastiness, I was telling my earlier. It's really, this show is so unique because I had never heard of Game of Thrones until I saw the first episode and I was like, this is fucking awesome because it really grabs you, it just surprises you because you're like, oh, it's nobility and it's knights and it's great and it's like, and you fucking cunt, I'll kill you. It's like, oh, it's like that. It's like dirty, nasty mud. It's like clean mud.
It's so filthy, dude. Don't watch it with your kids around. You don't want to do that. But no, and then just one more thing about Daenerys.
Yeah.
Daenerys. She sounds like a basketball
player.
I think
it's either one.
That scene was so fucking cool, man. Like we already said, they're getting bigger, they look badass, but you could tell, you can't tame a fucking dragon. That thing went to snap back at her, and I was like, oh shit. You might be able to eat a horse's heart, but you can't tame a fucking dragon. That was scary, though.
That was. I didn't know it was going to do it.
And you gotta feel
it's okay. He was like, ah!
You gotta feel bad for her guard, dude.
Sir Jorah?
Yeah, you gotta feel so bad for him, because, like, first he had to deal with the giant Tarkanian,
Yeah.
And he's like, well, I can't do anything about that guy. I'm just going to be a hanger on here. And then she falls in love with another Neanderthal. And this guy, and they completely replaced him. I mean, he's a completely different looking guy.
Well,
but I liked him a little bit better. But
Sir Jorah, I mean, he's, he is what he is. Like, he's like, I'm going to be close to that ass, but I might not be able to tap that. But maybe if I get her drunk enough, who knows?
One of these days, he's going, God damn it, when's it going to be my time?
I think he's just going to slip into bed with her and I was like, a little bit of magic sauce for your drink. Right?
Who knows?
And then run away.
If he's ever going to get his time. He's in the friend zone right now. But
I really want to see, I cannot wait until finally Daenerys gets back to the mainland with her fucking dragons and army and like the shit that's going to go down. It's going to be insane. Somebody's ass is going to get poked.
That shit's going to be nuts, dude. I hope she doesn't die, though. She's fucking awesome.
I don't know. I haven't read it all that way through. I mean, you guys that are like Game of Thrones like experts are going to know all about this stuff more than we do.
We do ask that you don't spoil anything in the comments for everybody. You know, typical thing. If you have read,
some assholes will be like, spoiler. He's going to immediately do it.
Yeah, but no. Ultimately, I give this a 9.0.
I'd say a 9.0 too. I mean, it's not. It's solid. It's a fucking great solid jumping off point. Like I said, it's not like anything spectacular or amazing. It's not like The Walking Dead season 3 where it was like really slow burning and there was nothing really going on. It's like there was a meme. It's like we're gonna go to war after we talk about it for 5 more episodes.
Yeah.
Like it's not like that. Like they were really setting
shit
it up.
happened. I mean, shit did happen. So I mean, it wasn't completely like talking in story points, but they did a great job of that. But I liked it a lot. I dug the shit out of it. And so that's gonna be our thing. What do you guys think is gonna happen? What did you guys think about the first episode? Comment below. Let us know. And until next time, I'm Mike. He's Jay. And
stay frosty.
We watched a movie. Yeah. We watched a movie.